모두 도망쳐라.
In the great city, at the end of the world, there's a dead body behind the hostile cafeteria. And a strike that's about to become a war.
오.
Precinct 57 sent their finest. Precinct 41 sent
목소리 좋아.
you.
컨셉 뭘로 잡고 할 거냐고? 나 몰라. 나 이 게임 사실 뭘로 갈 때도 안 봐가지고 나 이거 몰라 아예. 일부러 안 봤어 뭘로 갈 땐. 나중에 나도 하고 싶어가지고 일부러 안 봤어 뭘로 갈 땐. 아주 일부러 안 봤기 때문에 모릅니다. 게임 자체 아예 몰라. 아예 정보가 거의 없어 나는 이게. Let's go. 엘리시움. 게임 캡처. 디스코 엘리시움. 어제 뭐 더빙 돼 있다며 이거. 이거 어제 트위치 애드온 설정 해놨어요. 다시 해야 되네 씨발. 다시 해야 돼. 기다려봐. 아 이게 방 끄면은 풀리나? 방송 끄면 풀리나 이게? 해놨는데. 기다려봐라. 디스코 엘리시움 컴패니언. 맞지? 두뇌파 감성파. 아 나만의 캐릭터. 오케이. 안녕하세요. 요거 디스코 엘리시움 컴패니엄 이거 깔면 되는 거지? 확장 프로그램. 자, 순수한 지력으로 당신이 얼마나 똑똑한지 나타냅니다. 대가리가 좋진 않은데? 운동으로 얼마나 기면한지 나타냅니다. 운동 안 함. 토끼단은 적당히 넘겼습니다. 감수성? 투수가 감성이 높으면은 그래도 친구라도 좀 많지 않을까? 지성 육체 올빵 해볼까? 운동이랑 육체는 도대체 뭔 차이야? 힘센지랑 이건 민첩성인가 이건? 사이코패스 아니냐고? 이 반사신경이라고? 나는 힘캐보다는 나는 그 한방보다는 빨빨 때린 것도 좋아하기 때문에. 근데 두메모의 묵직한 맛도 좋은데. 일단 내 생각 이런 게임은 그 폴아웃도 그렇고 그 발게이도 그랬나? 지성이 높으면은 웬만해선 경험치가 많이 들어오지 않나? 그래가지고 1회차 비추라고? 누르는 세부퍽 있다고? 다음 누르는 세부퍽 있다고? 오케이 한번 볼까? 나 하나 덜 찍었어. 감성 없는 병신. 논리. 논리요? 논리요? 아 이게 상한도까지 정해버리는구나. 아 채팅방에 가린다고? 기다려봐. 채팅방 어디다 놓지 이거? 상한선을 정해버리니까 권위. 내면 세계? 아 내면 세계는 투수 특화인데? 7시? 망상 투수 특화인데 씨발. 과대망상. 오케이. 폭풍지능. 오케이. 천재 약함. 슈퍼 인텔리로 가자. 백과사전. 아! 꺼무이키 못 참지. 인내. 나는 폴아웃 할 때도 인내는 안 찍었어. 귀찮아. 그냥 안 맞고 말지. 그냥 로드 한 10번 하고 말지. 인내는 안 찍었어. 투사, 설득 못해. 연극, 창의력. 아! 예술가의 레벨하면 또 한두 치 맞고 올릴 수 있다고? 오케이. 꺼무유키. 천대상, 사상가, 역사학자, 잡지식 전문가. 아 완벽한데? 완벽한데? 잡지식 전문가. 오케이. 백과사전은 당신의 정신 속을 정확한 데이터베이스로 채워줌으로써 당신을 척척박사로 만들어줍니다. 꺼무유키는 본능적으로 지식을 이끌어내는 능력을 제공하며 사건과 관련이 없을 수도 있을 수도 있는 풍부한 적용 지식을 가지게 해줍니다. 담배 브랜스의 역사가 담배 살인범 검거를 위한 결정적인 단서가 될지, 혁명 이전 시대의 총기 지식이 사람을 구할지 어떻게 알겠습니까? 높은 레벨의 백과사전을 가진 경찰은 감당하기 힘들 정도의 풍부한 정보로 휩쓸리게 됩니다. 중요한 단서를 제공할 수 있지만 되게 쓸모없는 잡지식으로 정신을 산란하게 만들 뿐입니다. 아 이거 완전 공감 존나 되는데? 공감 존나 되는? 그러나 낮은 레벨의 백과사전을 가진 경찰은 눈앞에 보이는 단서만으로 업무를 해나가야 하며 배경 지식 없이 경찰 업무를 처리하는 건 쉽지 않은 일이 될 겁니다. 오케이. 뭐야 이게 끝이야? 세팅이? 분노는 집안의 거울에 있다. 그것이 분노의 주소지이다. 마갈 가장 맑은 물조차 충분히 깊다면 익사할 수 있을지니. 대충 이름 써놓으면 명언처럼 보임.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
오케이.
Ever.
Never.
Never.
1. 아주 영원히 그저 존재하지 않는 채로 남는다.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
아드갈치만 한 유구한 세월이 지나 이것은 새 일제 갈등과 결연한 채 전처? 전처들의 부재만이 존재하나니. 방금 그거 뭐였어? 전 머시기?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated
됐다,
and
씨발.
shameful. A ball of
아,
meat
사자!
surrounding you. This is a terrible line of
아,
questioning, and it
비켜!
will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
나는 그 전 머시기인가 하는 그거에 대해서 알고 싶을 뿐이야.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness.
전 연인 전 여자친구요?
It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
나 놓지 말고 그럼 출발. 아니 나 이제 나갈래. 난 고통과 타오르는 불빛이 좋고 아무것도 내주려 않는 사람들에게 무언가를 바라는 나 자신이 뭐야 말이 많아. 1.
Alright. Nothing down to fuck all, borough.
적각으로. 오케이. 여길 좀 봐. 이런 짐승으로 사는 것도 질렸어. 씨와 족도 신경 안 쓸란다. 씨가 함께 있잖아.
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal were over.
뭐 말이 이렇게 많냐? 이게 뭐야? 이게 뭐냐? 뭘 누른 거지? 아 투표. 잠깐만 그만 난 짜져 있어야겠어.
Do you really?
진심이야?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
F.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
잠깐 내가 나한테 이런 짓을 한 거라고? 대답해줘. 저 바깥은 무엇이 기다리고 있지? 알게 뭐야 난 멍청인데 갑자기 상상한 멍청이라고. 오케이.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation.
Sensation.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering
뭔 내용이야,
is
씨발.
firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
엄마야 도와줘요. 머리 위에 노기에 머리가 붙어있는데 그 안에 내가 있대요. 안돼 잠깐만 생자가 바뀌었어. 날 다시 형체 없는 공허수로 되돌려줘.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
도와줘. 나 아무나 나 내 목을 잘라버려요. 이게 나까지 죽이려 해. 내 목을 자르라고요?
A
눌러봐.
fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice Kinema motor carriage.
쿠쿠리 키니마 동력마차의 동분. 눈을 뜬다. 안녕하세요. 뭐요 씨발 트레버요? 어! 파기, 체력. 매그넘 크기 코모더 레드병은 비어있다. 아, 옷부터 입어, 새끼. 바지부터 좀 입어. 아니, 나 옷지마. 입지마, 그냥. 모두 가지기. 탭을 눌러 강조 표시.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has
넥타이
suddenly
하나가
attached
달려
itself
있다.
to one of the blades.
전동줄, 넥타이 줄, 뭐.
Terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
뭐? 끔찍한 실수였다. 당장 불을 꺼야 한다. 광자가 당신의 뇌를 뚫어버린 것 같다.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. The blades come squeaking to a halt.
지랄.
It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
욕조 안에 와인 맥주. 욕조 안에 저 와인이 왜 있는데? 오케이, 와이셔츠.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge
꼭지가
of
반쯤
masculine
빠진
energy,
상태이다.
someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elo that
개념화
founds
어려움 성공.
empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things.
제국을 일으키고 도시의 파멸을 불러오며 너무나 박력이 넘쳐서 사소한 일엔 신경도 쓰지 않는 기백이 뭔 개소리야.
Probably not. No.
왜 혼자서
Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the vague impression of a man.
뜨거운 물이 수도꼭지에 뿜어져 나와 김에 서려 있다. 아무것도 보이지 않는다.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
수증기 저편에 비친 얼굴에 대해 아무것도 아는 것이 없다는 사실을 깨달았다. 아무것도 모르겠다고? 정말이야? 이 퍼센트가 써 있어?
Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
술 그냥 존내게 마셨다. 오케이.
As you slowly reach your hand to abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
네 얼굴이 보이는 거는 달갑지 않을 거다. 후타바 엘리시움. 씨발 끔찍하구만. In the great fuck end of war. 거울을 닦는다.
Behold,
아, 잘생겼네.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
넌 이게 누군지 전혀 모르겠지. 알다마다 이거는 슈퍼스타야. 내가 보기엔 슈퍼스타야.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
아무래도 내가 슈퍼스타라 그런 것 같은데?
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
자케라, 이거 너무 끔찍해. 넌 스스로를 공포에 빠뜨리고 있어. 아니? 이게 슈퍼스타의 방식인데?
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
어떤 감정을 전달하려고 하는 거야? 슈퍼스타성. 랜들 아니야? 말로는 표현 못하겠어. 제안을 위한 표정이야. 여자를 꼬시려고 이러는 걸 수도 있겠다 싶은데 난 내가 동정에 가는 사람이란 인상을 주려는 거야. 그런 동시에 슬픈 일이 있었던 인상도 주려고 하는 거지. 그런 사람이 일종의 매력이 있거든. 슈퍼스타.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaver.
맥박을 재보라. 알고 싶지 않아.
Good call. Go ahead and try something if you like. Or, you know, stop staring into the mirror.
좋은 생각이다. 다른 것도 해보시고 거리 그만둬보지. 백과사전 매우 어려움. 이 살인 미소의 기원을 떠올리려 시도한다. 72%.
It belongs in the new, the
Okay.
third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
이게 내 미소랑 뭔 상관?
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Disco.
For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West.
좋겠다. 씨발 벌써부터 머리 아픈데? 큰일 났네 이거 씨발.
He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
신세대는 지금부터 얼마 전 이전이지?
Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic.
이 표정을 지을 때마다 찰칵하는 소리를 덧붙여야 할 것 같아. 찰칵찰칵.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
또 다른 건 내가 가장 누구인가 같은 건 내가 모든 걸 잊어버린 전 술을 마셨는가 같은 건?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice canema. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on
무명리
you.
모르는 사람한테 휴먼카인드 추천할 만하냐고요?
Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace
모르겠는데?
remains.
그냥 그 장르를 하느냐가 문제 아니야? 그리고 문명 6가 더 잘 나왔잖아. 그리고 아마 그렇다면 그런 거겠지.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
안 퍼? 안 퍼?
It's too late.
개 씨발 좆됐다 그냥.
Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex.
아, 뭐 체력 읽진 않는구나. 난 또 지금 얼굴에 경련이 일어나서 뒤지는 줄. 씨발 거울 하나 봤는데 뭔 네요? 오라 봤는데 뭔 씨발. 테이프를 뜯어낸 것 같다. 우두. 속이빈치 계속 돌아가고 있다.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
밖을 내다본다.
Morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
오케이.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window
안쪽에서
came
충격을
from
받아
inside.
깨졌습니다.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More
뭐가 부순
likely
거야?
a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well.
아,
as the foot.
신발 던졌구나.
Also
오케이.
heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
필요 없어. 난 누구도 필요 없어.
The window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
이게 왜 경험치? 가자. 아직 따위 필요 없어. 아직 따위 필요 없어. 빨리 문 열어. 바지 필요 없는데? 아, 바지 꼭 입어야 돼?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
빌어먹을. 이 자유도 없는 게임 같으니라고. 햇을 준다고? 오케이, 가자. 완벽한 비주얼이야.
the fan stands still.
열쇠 어딨어, 씨바. 탭으로 안 뜨는데? 문 밖을 누르라고요? 상식적으로 문을 눌러야 되는 거 아니야? 문 밖을 눌러도 안 되는데? 문이 잠긴 거 같은데 지금? 아,
You hear
아
it.
옷을 다 입어야 되는구만. 아, 이제
Keys
바지에
are
있었네
in the
열쇠.
pocket of
씨발.
your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast.
아, 꺼물키 아가리해. 꺼물키 새끼 아가리해. 내 머릿속 꺼물키 새끼 아가리해 빨리.
Hello, officer.
안녕 못한다. 에이!
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
선생님이라니. 내가 혹시 의사 선생님을 내나?
No.
알고 같아. 난 교육자였어. 교장 선생님 맞지?
The young woman shakes her head. Officer could be an artistic statement. You're already prone to those.
선생님인데 예명인 거지. 이 새끼 슈퍼스타에 존나 집착하네.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
그래 젠장. 난
Okay,
경찰이야. 잊지
cool.
말라고.
I won't.
놀랄 필요 없어. 그냥 역할에 몰입해본 것뿐이야.
Okay.
내가 경찰인 거 어떻게 알았지?
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, as you put it.
그 공무가 뭔지 말해줄 수 있나?
I couldn't say. In truth, so
술을 마신 게
far,
주 업무였다고.
You
오케이.
have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. The words have already left your mouth.
넣었다가 먹고 싶어.
what was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say?
아니 내 복장만 봐도 지금 답 안 나오냐고. 너와 야스 하고 싶다고.
No. You see, that's not what you said. You said. Come on, man. Freddy, please. One more time.
너와 따먹고 싶어라고 말했지.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
난 종말의 경찰이다. 난 슈퍼스타 경찰이지. 나도 왜 그런지 모르겠어. 난 네가 너무 이뻐서 미안해. 난 미안한 경찰이야. 내가 경찰이 만든 짓은 전혀 모르겠어. 경찰이었던 기억이 없는데?
Okay, sir. I have to ask. Do you really not remember? Just like that? You drank so much you lost your memory?
그게 없을 것 같은데? 병신 경찰이거나 경찰이랑 농담하고 다녔던 거야. 심지어 늙은데 다 과음까지 한 거지.
I'm sorry. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
야스하자고!
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
맞네. 장초 없냐? 장초 없냐?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
너무 외로워.
The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care.
여기서 더 하면은 씨발 범죄의 영역인데? 여기서 더 하면 범죄의 영역인데? 씨발.
Still no answer. Still nothing. Still nothing. This door can only...
에이 씨발. 가자. 아니 난 슈퍼스타라고. 슈퍼스타는 이러고 다녀도 돼. 뭐 있다. 돈. 오! 화폐 단위가 레알이야? 뭐야? 로딩인가? 아, 눈 아파. 씨발. 신발이다. 경찰이라는 신분은 남겨둬야 되니까, 형사라는 신분은 남겨야 되니까 넥타이 껴야겠다. 아니 로딩이 이렇게 많아 씨발. 설마 지역 이용할 때마다 이지랄 해야 된다고? 뭐 폴아웃이야? 아 그래? 노래 한 곡.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed.
내 가창력은 끝내주지.
Utterly And it needs through a PA system by other people.
그래서 무슨 노래를 부르는 게 좋을까?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
행복한 노래 불러야 되지 않을까? 분위기를 띄우는 그런 노래 말이지.
No, no. Don't sing the happy song.
아 싫어! 빨리 신난 노래 부르고 싶다고.
Who is mistakenly identified?
신난 노래 부르고 싶다고. 여자아이 팬티를 주세요. 너와 먹고 싶. 너와 야스 하고 싶다고. 뭔데? 아, 이거 너무하잖아. 아니 청원 감사합니다. 뭔데 저건 씨발. 에이, 헬로? 노사 패드. 노사 패드가 뭐야? 에이.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken.
내
The man
우람한
is trying to mend it.
거근을 보고 안에나 보고.
Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world.
찐따특 아는 척. 저거 큰 도둑 갈매기 맞지?
Look, your buddy is over there.
나한테 친구가 있다고?
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
난 경찰이고 누구랑 말은 내
He
맘이야.
pretends not to hear you.
아니 바텐더인가?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
뭔 차인데?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he
새끼 뭐
is
숨기고 있는 거야?
hiding something.
So now you recall. Oh, forget it.
헬로.
Hello, sweetie.
할머니구나.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
동료를 기다리게 하면 안 되지. 할머니는 주황색 형성 치키를 입은 한 향아라 뭐야 거기다 갖다겠다. 네 알아 할게요.
Hello, sweet. You should.
네 알아 할게요. 아 거 씨부럴. 에이! 진흙 묻은 장화를 신고 있는 한 사내가 테이블 위에 엎드리자고 있다. 그가 입고 있는 셔츠 뒷면에는 나무가 그려진 도구와 함께 와일드 파인즈라는 글자가 쓰여 있다.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
땡큐.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
You gently shake his shoulder.
에이 씨발. 자동 저장. 세이브 할라 했는데 마침 잘 됐다. 더 할 거 없나? 하래 봐 씨발 캐릭터가 막
As you
하라고 하니까
approach the door leading out of the hostel. The bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket.
킴 키츠라기.
Excuse me. I think you may be the person I've been waiting for.
네가 기다리던 분이 이렇게 생긴 분이라고? 엄청나구만. 악수하지 않는다.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name.
이름을 지어낸다.
Concentration
성공.
makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
나도 내 이름이 뭔지 몰라.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
오해가 있는 것 같은데 난 당신이 생각하는 그런 사람이 아니야.
No, I don't think so. We should ask him for a rundown of the
그만
area.
훑어봐 미친놈아. 변태냐 너?
As well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
무슨 탐문 자료?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Right. And the interviews?
정리? 안 했는데?
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the
채?
tree?
채 나무에서 끌어내렸냐고? 아니.
So, the body is still in the tree.
그런 시체가 아직도 나무에 매달려 있군요.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's
안녕하세요.
voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days.
시체가 목 매달린 채로
We
일주일이나
should go
있었다고?
there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
내가 진짜 경찰이 아니라면 어쩔 거지?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as
안녕하세요.
a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But
뭘
first,
희한한
we
거
have to take it
존나
down.
판정 뜬다? 판정 띄워준다고 뭐 돈 뭐냐 경험치 주는 거 아니잖아. 우리가 뭘 하기로 했지?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
내가 경찰인 거 어떻게 그렇게 확신하지?
I was to meet a detective from Precinct 41 at the Whirling in Rags, who arrived here 3 days ago. I'm told that is how long you have been here. Besides, you match his description.
당신은 그 형사의 인상착의와 일치한다고? 아 그래?
Precinct 41 said they were sending the most seasoned detective. And you certainly look seasoned.
그러면 나중에 뭐 튜토리얼 알려주겠지.
You may have murdered the man I was supposed to meet and are now impersonating him. You may be his twin, stepping in for his even more incapacitated brother out of loyalty and love. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
쥐새끼 출신이 아니라고 하는 거라고? 아 쥐새끼
No need for
말이지?
derogatory terms. They are only doing their job. Regardless, I would also suggest that you locate your blazer with your official insignia. They are not just white rectangles.
하얀색
They bear a
직사각형이잖아.
halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
아니 신분증을 누가 씨발 속옷에 넣고 다녀 미친 새끼
But right now,
아니야.
I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge?
내가 깨어났을 때 이미 없었어.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing.
All right, come on now. If he hasn't said anything about your lack of pants, no one will. You're only hurting yourself by not wearing
아 게임에서 바지 입으라고 씨. 오케이.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, after you.
시작해볼까?
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
노래방 기계로 노래하기. 테이프 찾기. 오케이. 내면화. 내면화가 뭐야? 에이. 에이.
Yes?
네가 알아들까 했는데 난 아무것도 기억이 안 난다고.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
병신아 나 아무것도 너무 마셔가지고 기억이 안 난다고. 필름이 아예 그냥 내 기억을 지웠다고.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
내 아빠 이거 진짜 일단 건강 문제일지도 몰라.
Really? You look fine to me.
이건 심각한 중대한 문제라고. 거울을 봤는데 내가 누군지 못 알아보겠다고.
This psychodrama is ambiguous.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot
아니 진짜
fathom
모르겠다고
that anyone
개새끼야.
could
내
think
캐릭터
so
이름 뭔지도 아직
just to
모르겠어. 씨발 이 새끼 이름 뭐야
retrograde
도대체.
their entire life.
아까 씨발 늑대 꺼내다 뒤질 뻔했다고.
Then you should
개새끼야.
consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? Me?
너에 대해서 알려줘.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. If you insist. What do you want to know?
넌 이곳 사람과 생긴 게 달라 보이는구만.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
야 우리
It's
뭐지?
a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a
인슐린
protectionist,
데스. 이솔라의 서쪽에는 보호주의적, 범주의적, 범솔라이적. 아 이름 좋구나.
west of the Insulinda, Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
네가 재미없는 이야기라고 우길 뿐이지. 난 더 듣고 싶다고.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
레바쇼리아레.
A point of pride to him.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
아 아쉽다.
I guess
안녕하세요.
you don't need glasses then.
자네의 비밀을 알려줘.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is...
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on?
오 씨.
It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyes.
스스로와 이야기해 본 적 있나?
You seem to regain control of yourself.
What do you
아니,
mean?
이 새끼 초능력 가지고 있나? 눈썹으로 사람을 조종하네?
I have no idea what you...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
그러면 자네 내가 절대 조언이나 경고 같은 무언가를 하지 않는 거지.
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small... We all have our different mediums.
Good. Let's change the subject.
사건에 대해
What do
이야기해줘.
you want to know?
이게 불가능한 사건이라고 생각하나?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
왜?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
좋아. 그렇다면 아마도 사건은 불가사의해지지 않아. 하지만 섹시할 수 없을까?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
우리가 고려할 만한 성적인 단서가 없던 게 성적인 단서가 없는 게 확실해?
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex
Oh?
murder rites. We'll get on it immediately.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
와 진짜야? 그건 존나게 섹시한데 오케이.
No, not really. Was there anything else?
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then hit him with it.
뭐야 이거? 지금 쟤는 너를 도발하는 거라고. 그 금발년에 혼자 따먹으려고 그러는 거 분명해. 서두르지 말고 우선 아가리에 재갈을 채워. 그러고 나서 저 새끼를 족방미로 후드려 주는 거야.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. Our
친구자는
step to
누구야?
find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what seems as union
배경물
matters.
배경 지식
Dock
막
workers
쏟아진다.
union
큰일 났다
is
이거.
the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's
LCM 뭐지?
the Rebel
저희를 부르는
Citizens
말이죠.
Militia.
아 민병대가
We're the police
경찰이야?
in this
씨발.
city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are
레벨셜
part of.
시티즌 밀리샤
A
오케이.
self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The
이거 지
RCM
존나 쏟아진다. 큰일 났다.
operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned.
Okay, well, we are police officers. It is our job to find the killer. So that's what I intend to do. You should try it too. You mean like a brief? There's no reason. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard. During that time, the victim had a security guard or worker of some to find him or there's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen. That's right. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
이봐 난 기억 상실증에 걸렸다고.
Better still than an imbecile cop-off.
땅 따먹기? 여기 따먹기란 말이 이렇게 많이 나와.
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
지금 말해줘.
Later. Was there anything
말
good?
개새끼. 8%.
Only banal
Hey,
things one you should be ashamed of.
사기
It's
알아?
no wonder the
지랄.
soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
Excuse me?
꺼지라고. 네가 내 발목을 잡고 있잖아. 혼자 하겠다면 어쩔 셈이지?
Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering.
하지만 나에게도 나만의
You
시간이 필요하다고.
misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the some you time. This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself.
나 닮았을 것 같다고? 이 아저씨가 나보다 잘생겼음.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at
아우 길었다.
Hello again, sweetie.
the lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's Sweetie? Her eyes move up and down your
그 말은
person as though taking your measurements. Her
아 이렇게
attention
야스머신이야 미친 새끼 아니야. 그 말은 절 좋아하신다는 건가?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
난 모델링 보고 젊은 줄 알았어.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena.
I'm
My
Lena.
husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
저랑 놀아보시는 거 어떨까요?
Whatever do you mean?
범죄와의 싸움을 같이 한 휘체어를 탄 파트너가 되주시기 바랍니다. 시체들의 뒷마당을 없애고 연속 살인마를 잡는 일이죠. 오케이.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
압니다 알아요. 하지만 곁다리 미스터리 사건도 있단 말입니다. 연속 살인마랑 초원 실적 여행 말이죠.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killers.
아 아가리
who can
해
take
킴.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
아 머리 셋이 두 개보다 낫잖아요.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
예, 안 되네. 영입이 안 돼.
Yes, officer.
내가 어딘지
You look
모르겠습니다.
rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
어제 술을 너무 마셔서 전부 다 잃어버렸거든요.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
여기는 우린 죽었어요. 서로에게 씌인 거죠? 우린 유령이에요.
Now.
어머니의 걱정이 담긴 눈으로 당신을 올려다본다.
We are live in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags. And the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol.
전 레바쇼에 대해서 쥐똥만큼도 모릅니다. 어떤 곳인가요?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very
아름다운
many
도시라.
other cities personally, but everyone says
이 도시는
so.
한때 세상을 지배했었다.
Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
40대인가 50대인가 하여튼 인생의 불행한 해지요. 심지어 제가 몇 살인지도 모르지 않습니까?
There. The year is 51, and spring is
51년
only just
봄.
started.
The lieutenant studies you. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question.
우리의 정비는 어떤 형태지?
What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
민주주의, 프롤레타리아 독재. 우리의 지도자는 준마르타고 킹골족. 우린 자유로운 시장을 알아내기 위해 계산 지능 기계 매트릭스. 우리는 몽골족 아래에 살고 있습니다.
Oh no, nothing like that.
에이 씨발.
Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and
너무
certainly
실망스러워요.
not one who's horseback. It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
정보가 없는데 어떻게 경찰이 있는 거죠?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in
혁명?
Revachol, not in the traditional
레볼루시옹?
sense. The state, but we should stop for today, sweetie.
she's scared now? She's realized you really are brain damaged.
말씀만 했던 혁명은 뭐죠?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different.
아, 그 뒷이야기는
The rest
게임
of the world
내에서
didn't like
볼게요,
it,
그런 거.
So they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
그게 경찰이 없는 거랑 무슨 상관이에요?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places.
러시아 혁명, 블란스 혁명이라고? 끔찍한데? 최악의 최악 아니야?
A sigh.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Someone more educated in sweeping matters.
No, I'm not an
저는
encyclopedia.
박사과정이 아닌 백과사전이 아닙니다.
I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you
퀘스트
would find
존나
a
많어.
wealthy person in Martinez. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited.
꺼무이키 개새끼야. 아반지 말 마비가 뭔 뜻인지 알아 이 개새끼야 이 씨발로마.
Is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great.
유탈 당한 거예요? 전쟁에서 싸우셨나 봅니다. 여전사?
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
줄타기 고 계셨나요?
Nothing so extravagant, dear. Though what young girl doesn't dream of soaring over a crowd? I was a training and development manager at a
홍신 판매
rapidly
신발
expanding
회사의
mobile
교육 및
version.
개발 관리자?
You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some
불량
faulty
발판 머리 위로?
scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
미안합니다.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking
게임가
about it
영어라는 거
anyway.
아니에요? 몰라.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
다음에 빠빠. 해봐.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching our
지금 네가 일어난 지 몇 시간 됐지? 꽤 됐어. 음주 시계가 울리고 있어.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't.
지금까지 술 마실 생각 안 하다니 난 네가 아닌 줄 알았다니까. 오케이.
There he is, the old boy, the devil. You rascal, you. Let's celebrate right now by licking that stain off the counter. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window. Then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter. Then out of the window again.
한심.
What are you doing?
뭐 하는 겁니까? 부사하는 중이야.
We should move.
You could definitely go for some more.
아니 수사하는 거라고. 아니 범죄자 새끼가 뭐 술 이거
Beautiful.
사는 거라고. 시발로마.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from
Kim
Prison
Kitsuragi.
57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Prison 41.
마치 산불에 산불처럼 그 밑과 주황빛이지만 술냄새가 나는 건 무엇일까?
Are you kidding me?
그런 거 아니야? 한번 도와줘봐. 그 빛과 주황빛이 띄지만 술냄새 풍긴 건 무엇일까?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie.
실비가 누구야? 실비가 도대체 실비가 누구야?
I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez?
나 드디어 사냐고요? 아니 전 잼록에 삽니다. 그냥 가끔 둘러볼 뿐이에요.
Eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I...
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are.
아 이거 더빙
As I
일일이
said,
기다리는 게 좀
I don't live
그렇네.
there. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to
오히려
start with
더빙이
you
좀
again,
별론데?
if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask
바보
your questions.
행세를 한다. 누구냐고?
I have everything. You?
누구? 저요? 그러니까 질문할 게 있냐고?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me?
왜 그게 없냐고? 뭐 설정처럼 있지 않을까요?
He thinks you're stupid, sire.
저치는 전화를 멍청하다 여기고 있사옵니다.
Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more...
누가
I don't know
죽였어?
who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
자네가 죽였나?
Crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
시체는 어딨지?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the
무결자
innocent
아니
Franco
씨발로마.
sweeping over the plains and
오케이,
nations of the
알겠어.
enemies of mankind.
오세기
5th
스타일
century
뭐시기?
style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him.
This is it. He said they hoisted
아,
him
뭐야?
up on a tree.
아,
Who
이번
is
아, 뭐야? 아, 오.
this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
정확히 누가 그런 소리를 했지?
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to
강만
ask
노동자들
them.
그날을 처형할 이유가 있나?
I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they had
멈춰.
was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd... What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little
실비가 떠난 이유가 뭐지?
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
아니 전에는 어디로 떠났냐고 질문했지. 지금은 왜 떠났냐 물어보는 거고.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away.
Thank you.
한건 해결.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct.
이런 일은 내 신경을 건드리기 때문이지. 난 페미니스트니까. 뭐야 이거? 뭐든 꼼꼼히 조사하는 게 좋을 것 같아서. 모든 일은 서로 이어져 있는 법이니까 그냥 한번 물어본 거야.
What?
뭐라고요? 그래 맞아. 내 자신이 대해서 기억하고 있는 게 하나 있자면 내가 완전한 불꽃 페미니스트라는 거지. 뒤에 조시라도 박은 것인가? 나 페미니스트라고 씨.
That's good. But there is a timetable for this investigation, dictated to us by the stages of decomposition. And it says we need to move on.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
아 내면화가
and
여기 뜨는구나.
analyze its
여기
special
알려주는구나.
bases and effects.
Let's go.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You owe me 130 real.
41%, 42%, 42%.
뜬다!
As you blow this joint, behind you, a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real mature.
The worker is in a deep slumber. The worker continues.
어이.
Real mature, man.
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
잠깐만, 그래도 돈이 도대체 뭔데?
What are you, brain damaged?
깨어난 이후로 현실의 기본적인 개념조차 기억나지 않아.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
이거 뻑겨 날리다가 할머니랑 들이받고 충돌하고 낸다고? 뒤지는 거 아니야? 나 체력 1 남았는데?
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away.
이 새끼 생각보다 좋은 새끼인데?
Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square. Don't thank me yet. You still owe me.
협조에 감사하지.
If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you up there. Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here.
아, 그 뭐냐, 좀
I have
마시려고.
a shaker in my hand.
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing.
아무것도
Am I
없는데?
wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
네가 바텐더가 아니라서?
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager. I'm glad we cleared that. Was there anything else?
야, 빨리 술이나 달라고.
Calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police.
술이나 달라고,
Well, you're
개새끼야!
not getting it, asshole.
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
아니, 재밌는데? 목캔디 어디 갔지? 목이 아프다 쓰면서.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
너 제때 내거든? 존나 비꼬네, 개새끼.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
아마 난 요리사가 아닐까?
You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until.
오케이, 1시까지 못 들어간다.
Working. You can what?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting.
Absolutely out of the question.
왜 안 돼?
Absolutely in the. Your body is ready, sire.
Yes. Have you got it?
갚아야 돈이 얼마지?
A lot. For the room and broken window, 100.
100원, 오케이.
What? I was. Do I have a shaker in?
It's not a shaker. It's nothing.
Am I wearing a little boat? Am I smiling? That's right.
Play it calm. This man needs to.
난 알코올로
understand
움직이는 형사라고.
you need
내가
a
시체를
drink
치우고
to
사건을
help
일어났는데 못 있다면
deal with
내 입에 알코올을 좀
police.
부어줘야 돼.
Oh well, in that case, let me pour you a nice big refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a
파인애플? 지랄하지 마라. 지랄하지 마라.
Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things.
개새끼.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank.
나한테
And this
집이 있긴
place
했던
sure
걸까?
Isn't it? But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had
어딘가
to be
묵었어야 했을
somewhere.
겁니다. 저 멀리?
In time or space?
둘 다?
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
난 쓰레기 더미에 살 거야. 다 상관없어. 다 꺼져. 난 불안경 경찰이라고.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo.
오케이. 못 올라가게 한다면서 존나 올라갈 수 있는데?
The door is closed. Still, no. The lieutenant gives you this door can open. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick.
고만 꼬라봐. 키치락인지 씨발 야치락인지 개새끼야. 고만 꼬라봐.
Yes?
이 사기 영어 떨어지면 어떻게 되지? 빠른 저장.
Yes?
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul.
궁금해졌어.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, you're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? He watches you melt down stoically. From nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
경찰이 상처를 가지고 사회적 뭔데 이거?
Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by.
와 엔딩 봤다 끝났다.
That woman. When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the Furrows lost that match, said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after all.
아 저거 성공해보고 싶은데. 아 씨발 저 퍼스 17% 될 것 같은데. 테이프 있지 않았나? 비켜봐 비켜.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
이게 바로 마법이 펼쳐진 곳이지.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
부르주아지에게 도덕성에 대해 장한 거지. 하드하게 말이야.
I have no idea what that means.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
잠자리에 들 수 있다. 오케이.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
아이도 안 된다고 씨발.
The window stands broken in it. The morning light.
이 테이프 하나 있지 않았나?
The bed is cold and not.
못 쓴다고? 아 씨발. 아 비켜 존만한 새끼 그냥.
The bed is cold. The bed is cold.
아무것도 없구만. 야, 목표가 벌써 이렇게 많다고? 하하하. 뒤지게 많네. 안 되겠다. 신발은 신어야겠다. 바지에 뭐가 있어?
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both coped like two baby crocodiles.
신어보니 어때?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy.
뭐야 이게 사기 상승이 된다고? 에이? 다시 벗어. 오케이.
The door is closed. This door can
아무것도 없네. 요새 나가봐야 되나? 바지에 전기화학이 좀 재밌는 것 같은데 전기화학 보너스를 주네. 말 걸 때만 입어야겠다. 아 그러면 별론데? 못 나가고. 방구석이 지금 이러고 있다고? 넥타이 매고? Hey! Hello!
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
물어볼 게 있는데?
Of course. What can I help you with?
정확히 넌 누구지?
Me? I am just a gardener.
여기서 뭘 하고 있는 거지?
I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there.
She realizes she's about to criticize your work or lack thereof.
그런데?
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
엄청난 개방감이라고?
Of course. Where to?
시체 어디 있어?
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence.
지금 여기
What
어디지?
do you mean?
지금 우리가 있는 곳을 말해봐.
We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think. There's the
북쪽을
pier,
말해봐.
The Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements, the harbor gate.
동쪽.
Some
이사벨
kind of
모로? 이사벨
commotion,
모로가
I
누구지?
think. I don't follow the local politics. Some shops and a bridge. Just coast. It's just water. No problem, of course.
얘는 야사 선택지가 없네. 저시 경찰 조카라 써 있다. 데스 그 부두맨. 아 비켜봐. 오, 차 존나 까지나 생겼네.
Before you stands a motor carriage. Vapor emanates from the... This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. The soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
어?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here.
응답하라 델타10 여긴 지옥의 투사다. 오버.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
실비라는 시민과 연결해 주세요. 그 사람이 살인 사건을 제보했을
Of
겁니다.
course. What is her number, officer?
김 카르트가 자네에게 번호를 주지 않았나?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
실비 우리 전에 만난 것 같은데요. 넉마두른 통영들이 사는 형용사.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
경찰에 신고한 사람이 당신이니까.
No, not me.
그럼 누가 신고한지 아십니까?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here.
전선 도둑?
Take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just
그럼 왜
might
신고하지
take a while.
않았습니까? 일하는 곳 뒤에 시차 있는 게 신경 쓰이지 않았습니까?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the courts.
노조가 이 사건에 무슨 관련이 있습니까?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
내가 바로 권한자야.
Okay?
밀어붙인다. 말해봐요. 도대체 왜 우리에게 전화하지 않고 몇 주 동안 일터 뒷마당에 시체를 방치해 놓은 겁니까?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
다른 사람들?
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble.
무슨 문제 말한 겁니까?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union.
넌 뒤졌다
internally.
이제.
Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
오케이.
You do?
오케이.
What else can I do? Yeah, go on. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
불가사의한 페미니스트 이제. 오케이. 72%.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love. Matchmaker extraordinaire.
미친. 아니 이 게임 페미니즘에 씨발
Lest she turns
뭐
into
있어?
a spinster.
왜 나 미친 건가? 여성이 꼭 결혼해야 하는 거 아니잖아. 연애를 꼭 할 필요도 없지. 페미니즘과 생각자 미지라고 있어. 나도 도와주고 싶어. 이런 내면화된 여성 혐오 없이 도와줄 수 없을까?
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
이제 행동해야 돼요, 사랑꾼 형사님. 저 히스테릭 여자에게 다 맡겨달라면 안 시킨데.
Whatever this empathy failure tells you, don't take